Hello. It is June 1st. I can't believe it. And someone's birthday's coming up. Okay. Hi, Deputy Scooter. Hi, Marco. So, what a day. It's feast or famine with these trials, right? 3 trials. Had like major things going on. You had the treadmill trial, which I didn't watch. I know Scooter was watching that. But then Michelle Troconis sentencing, which was absolutely crazy with all the impact statements, not for Jennifer Dulos, but the impact statements, well, the character statements for Michelle Troconis from people from her church that only met her after the fact. Hi, Rosalita. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. We were out in Pennsylvania all day. Just got home literally 20 minutes ago. So, yeah, I still have a headache. I've got to take some ibuprofen for my head. But, yeah, got done what we needed to get done. Anyway, Chad. So I was listening to the impact statements. I was going between Troconis to Daybell, back and forth again. Every time one took a break, I listened to the other one. Couldn't believe they were still on the people for Michelle. When her daughter came up and was, saying about how she wasn't going to have... No, she still has a mother. Her mother's still there. She can still call her mother. The 5 Dulos children can't call their mother. And their impact statements were very emotional, very powerful. And Jennifer, is gone. And it's not the same as Michelle. And I think the judge was really spot on when he was pronouncing the sentence. So I'm going to go over that. But it was so much. And Mishi. And, her sister's referring to her as Mishi. And Mishi is such a good person. And then that kind of all backfired on them because, then the judge is like, oh, well, she can still, if she has all these great things to offer and she's this great person and she has this great supportive family, then she'll be fine, right? Then she'll be fine no matter what. And of course, her defense counsel was immediately saying, we're going to appeal, and we'd like her on bail during the appeal process, I don't know, I think just ridiculous. And then Chad Daybell, right in the beginning, they asked him if his defense counsel was going to be talking about any mitigating factors in order that, they wouldn't consider the death penalty. And no, he didn't want his defense counsel to talk about any of that. And they asked him if he wanted to make an allocution statement, which is his statement before any sentencing, and he refused that as well. So that was a little bit strange, but then I thought, okay, well, I don't know, he's got some tactic that he's using, hey, we were worried about you. Oh, yeah, because I dropped off the Zoom, and then I just got here, I had to get my thumbnail, and I've got to go take 2 ibuprofen before I forget. I'm going to take 2 ibuprofen. Hold on a second. Let me get this. I'm going to talk about Michelle Troconis, I think, first. So here's Michelle. Of course, you know, acting as if she doesn't understand English. Hold on, let me just get my ibuprofen. Right there. Got it. Got it. Okay, I'm coming. Had to get a limoncello LaCroix sparkling water. Scooter loves to discuss the flavors of sparkling waters. Okay. This is right after my kombucha that I had in here. Okay, so let's see now. Somebody asked the other day if I still drink kombucha. Yes, I certainly do. Okay. Now Michelle Troconis. So her sentence, right? It was 14 and a half years. He has her sentences running not consecutively, but concurrently. But we're going to talk more about him in a second. Pull my hold on one second. All my stuff here ready. Let me go. Okay. Where the heck? Now this is what I think I'm looking for. Well, not really though. I had my stuff because I went over it. I was going over it with you guys. Her nanny spoke, Jennifer Dulos' nanny spoke, told about how her whole life changed. Her relationship ended. She became responsible for these 5 children that she loves and that have changed her life and all of this stuff. So let's go and look at this now. The judge ruled that Michelle Troconis would serve 20 years for conspiracy to commit murder.
To travel
charges.
to France comfortably without breaking the bank, choose French B.
Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Hold on a second. I can't stand these ads. Why don't you be quiet?
Total.
Oh my goodness. Be quiet. There you go. Okay, so but she will be released after 14 and a half years. The judge ruled that each of the counts, 5 years for one count of conspiracy to commit tampering with physical evidence, 5 years each for 2 counts of tampering with physical evidence, and 5 years for hindering the prosecution. These sentences will be served concurrently, and she will be released after 14 and a half years served. Projected release date 2038. She will then serve 5 years of probation. Judge Kevin Randolph, before sentencing, ruled to vacate the 4th count, conspiracy to commit tampering with physical evidence. Troconis spoke to the judge before she was sentenced, and through tears and speaking in English, she said, "I found out things before and during trial about a man, Fotis Dulos, that I thought I knew and loved. I deeply regret ever being in a relationship with Fotis Dulos and bringing my daughter and family and myself into his life." She requested that an interpreter translate the sentencing hearing and criminal trial, as English is not her first language. Prior to sentencing, the prosecution requested that Judge Kevin Randolph sentence Troconis with a maximum period of incarceration. She gave Jennifer Dulos a death sentence, so we are requesting a life sentence, 45 years, the prosecution told the court. The family and friends of Jennifer Farber Dulos, including her children and her mother, spoke in front of the court to share memories of Jennifer in victims' impact statements, as well as note the lack of remorse and the cruelty of Michelle Troconis. Petros, Jennifer Dulos' oldest son, who's 17 years old now, says, "I wish I could share my victories with her," his mother, "but I can't. I want to end with a lesson my mom taught me. Leave everything the same or better than you found it. Michelle Troconis, you did the opposite and you should be punished." The nanny said, and I quote, "These kids have become my whole world and they have taught me what unconditional love is." The nanny being Lauren Alameda. She told the court she left behind everything in her personal life to care for the children and to stand by them as they grew up without their parents. She and Jennifer's friends and family took care of the children as the search for Jennifer Dulos was underway. "We didn't leave the kids alone because we were certain Michelle and Fotis would take them," Almeida said in her statement. Troconis' parents and loved ones asked the judge for mercy for Michelle Troconis, sharing remarks about her being an active member of her local community service groups and becoming a parent to her daughter Nicole. "We were all deceived by Fotis," said Michelle's mother, "as this trial revealed a man vastly different from whom we thought we had met. Had I known the danger she was in, I would have removed her and my granddaughter from his presence. I am begging you to listen. I need my mom in my life," said Troconis' 17-year-old daughter Nicole, "and my love for her remains uninfluenced by the situations or difficulties we may encounter." I want to get to more of Jennifer Dulos' children's speeches. Okay, here we go. So let's put up a different picture. This is one of Petros Dulos and his mother that...
Wherever news breaks, it's so important to always remember that lives are changed. Getting you behind the stories as they...
Be quiet. Okay. Come on, get over there. There we go. Come on. Come on. Hold on, I'm trying to get my... All right, so to Petros. Okay. Petros, let's see what you said here. Okay, he said, I've been left with a hole inside of me that I will never be able to fill. He has a twin brother, Theodore. Here it says they're both 18. So some people say, some places it says 17, some places it says 18. My mother was everything to me. And he added that Michelle Troconis' actions had irreparable effects on his life. The defendant's actions mean I'll never be able to tell my mom how sorry I am for not being a better son. I'll never be able to tell my mom how proud of her I am. Most importantly, how much I love her. This haunts me every day, he said. Two of his other siblings sobbed as they too blamed Michelle Troconis for ruining their childhoods. I'll never be the same person. All is lost because of Michelle, says Konstantin Dulos. Michelle is the reason why I'm completely lost in the world. She's the reason why I have blocked out my childhood, her sister Christiane said. She's the reason that kids in school look at me. The reason why my teachers say guardians and not parents. She's the reason I have to sit on the bathroom floor with my little sister and try my best to comfort her. Another one of Jennifer Dulos' daughters, Noelle, begged Michelle Troconis to give up the location of her mother's remains. Finding closure is impossible since Michelle has yet to tell us where our mother is. Family friends of Jennifer Dulos were visibly disappointed with Troconis' sentencing, saying they thought it was a slap in the face. Dulos' family did not speak after the sentencing. They left the courthouse with 2 bodyguards who did not let the reporters approach them. The Dulos children detailed during the hearing how their father catapulted Michelle Troconis into their lives after he started cheating on their mother, forcing them to trust her and lie about her presence amid their parents' messy divorce. Christiane, the daughter, said, I remember talking to my dad on one of our visits, and I asked him something like, why did you cheat on Mom? And he answered, when you really love somebody, sometimes you can't wait. It occurred to me then that the person my dad loved was no longer my mom. It was Michelle. Michelle, who was moving into our house and sleeping on my mom's side of the bed. Michelle's presence in our lives was overwhelming and invasive. I lied for her. I was told to trust her. I switched bedrooms so she and her daughter could move in. Her sister Constantine doubled down, telling the hearing that Troconis was the last thing my family needed. She put pressure on my dad to get the divorce. She conspired to murder. She tampered with physical evidence. She showed no remorse. She has not cooperated. Troconis has maintained that she is innocent of the charges and intends to appeal in the next couple of weeks, her lawyer said, citing an insufficiency of evidence. Now, I think they got the twins wrong. I believe they are two sets of boy-girl twins. And then one girl afterwards. Let's see. Okay, I just want to say something because I just saw this. See something? Gabby Petito, and I don't know why she's been on my mind today. Maybe I don't know. Do something. They say that Gabby Petito's mother, Nicole Schmidt, shocked a packed auditorium on Friday when she said she forgave Brian Laundrie, her daughter's boyfriend and murderer. Hold on 1 second. Just put this on here. She said, "I speak for myself here when I say, Brian, I forgive you." She said, "I need to release myself from the chains of anger and bitterness, and I refuse to let your despicable acts define the rest of my life." But she unleashed on Laundrie's mom, Roberta. "You do not deserve forgiveness. You deserve to be forgotten." Nicole Schmidt, who never had the chance to face her daughter's killer in court because he ran into a swamp and took his own life after police launched a missing persons investigation, read a victim's impact statement to a crowd at CrimeCon 2024 in Nashville, Tennessee. I didn't even know CrimeCon was going on. That's how, it seems like it just happened. It's already happened again. Wow, that went fast. As for you, Roberta, I can call you out individually because you are evidently the mastermind that shattered your family and mine with your evil ways. I see no empathy in your eyes, no remorse in your heart, and no willingness to take responsibility for your actions. She also mourned her daughter as a bright light snuffed out too early, a talented artist and a tenacious free spirit. I implore you all, live by these simple words directed from Gabby. Just be a nicer person. Tara Petito, Gabby's stepmother, was also among the speakers. She ripped into Laundrie's behavior after the murder. He drove home from Wyoming, where he abandoned Petito's remains and went camping with his parents, sister, and her children, eating s'mores around a campfire as the victim's family struggled to piece together what happened and where she was. Only someone with true evil in their heart would do such a thing, she said. Although the Laundrie parents denied knowledge of the crime, they had sent a $25,000 retainer to a leading Wyoming defense lawyer. When their son's remains were discovered in a park near their home in October of 2021, he was the only suspect in Gabby Petito's murder. The FBI also recovered a handwritten confession preserved in a waterproof bag. Gabby Petito's family started a charity in her honor. the Gabby Petito Foundation to fight domestic violence and advocate for missing persons around the country. They have lobbied for federal legislation, some of which became law last year with bipartisan support, as well as lethal lethality assessment laws in Florida, Utah, and New York. The foundation donated $100,000 to the National Domestic Violence Hotline last year. Okay, so I know we took a little detour off that, but let me get back to what was I gonna do? Just trying to see if there was gonna be. Yeah, I want to talk about. Hold on a moment. Gloria Farber, Jennifer Dulos' mother, also spoke. She said she knew something terrible had happened when her daughter did not return calls or texts on that day. She said her daughter only wanted to give and get love and to be a loving mother to her children, who are now 13 to 18 years old. Okay, so Theodore Dulos said his mother is nothing like it used to be. I no longer have my mother here. My hero, he said. I'll never talk to her again. Michelle, imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and your daughter's gone and you will never see her again. Gloria Farber lived this nightmare on May 24th, 2019, the day you took away 5 children's source of comfort, our protector. The children's babysitter, Lauren Alameda, asked Michelle Troconis, where is she, Michelle? Judge Randolph's sentence today reflects the maximum time for each charge across all 5 counts, reinforcing the severity of Michelle Troconis' crimes. This is a statement from Kerry Luft, a spokesperson for the Farber Dulos family and friends, and it says the judge's decisions to have the sentences run concurrently mitigates the impact in terms of years to be served, but the message is clear. Grievous crimes without remorse incur serious consequences. Okay, I wanted to get to what the judge said, but okay, so they said, for us, there is some relief in knowing the defendant will serve substantial time for her crimes starting now. This painful chapter has come to a close, but the legal process continues, and none of it will bring Jennifer back. The courageous, eloquent, and powerfully loving statements from her 5 children today made that achingly evident. We will continue to honor Jennifer's memory and spirit in every way we can, day by day. Statement went on to thank Judge Kevin Randolph, along with the prosecution and the investigators. Troconis' attorney, John Schoenhorn, vowed outside of court that he planned to appeal the sentence, challenging the decision to not move the trial out of Stanford, allowing what he called junk science into the trial and other irregularities. We still have the case of Kent Mulwiney, Fotis Dulos' former lawyer, who has pled not guilty to conspiracy to commit murder. A date for his trial has not been set. Okay, so let's go now to Chad Daybell. Chad Daybell. Chad. Okay, get over there, Chad. A day after delivering their guilty verdict in the Chad Daybell murder trial, the Idaho jury on Friday deliberated for 6 hours whether Chad Daybell will face the death penalty for killing his first wife and 2 of his second wife's children. Thursday, he was a convicted man, convicted of first-degree murder and conspiracy charges in the deaths of his first wife, Tammy Daybell, and with his second wife, Lori Vallow's children, 16-year-old TYLEE Ryan and 7-year-old Joshua J.J. VALLOW. The sentencing phase began shortly after the guilty verdict was delivered, with Judge Stephen Boyce giving the jurors preliminary instructions. Jurors began deliberating his fate Friday afternoon after hearing victims' impact statements and contrasting portraits of the man from lawyers before going home for the night shortly before 8 p.m. Jurors are going to continue deliberations on Saturday at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So that is 11 a.m. our time. So we'll see what happens there, right? In his opening statements to the jury on Friday, prosecutor Rob Wood asked them to consider aggravating factors that would make Chad Daybell eligible for the death penalty. He said first, the 3 murders were committed for remuneration. Daybell was also convicted of insurance fraud stemming from life insurance policies that allegedly paid him money after his first wife's death. His second wife, as well as Daybell, also were convicted of grand theft because she continued to draw Social Security benefits for her children after their deaths. Additionally, Wood told the jury the murders of the 3 victims were especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel, manifesting exceptional depravity. This defendant exhibited utter disregard for human life. This defendant, by his conduct, whether such conduct was before, during, or after the commission of the murders at hand, has exhibited a propensity to commit murder, which will probably constitute a continuing threat to society. The prosecutor concluded, "It is your decision whether one or more of these aggravators has been proven. And if it has been, you must decide if under these circumstances, imposition of the death penalty would be just or unjust." The verdict, came about a year after Daybell's second wife, Lori Vallow, was also convicted of the murder of her children and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. She also has been convicted of conspiring to kill Tammy Daybell. She's appealed her convictions to the state Supreme Court, with her legal team raising the issue on whether she was mentally competent to stand trial. John Pryor addressed the jury, and he portrayed Daybell as a once quiet, reserved, shy young man who grew up in Springfield, Utah, a small, tight-knit town of faith. You know, John Pryor says he doesn't know anything about the LDS movements. He doesn't know anything about that, but he was saying, he goes, Chad was a worldly man. No, he was not a worldly man. He was not a worldly man. You know, he was this simple man, and he married Tammy, and he just made it seem like that, you know, that Tammy was all he knew. And then along came this bomb of Lori Vallow. You know, she was just a bomb. And this bomb dropped on the life of this small town boy from Springville. And he said everything that glitters is not gold. And Lori Vallow glittered, but she was not gold. She was the trajectory that changed the plan. Chaos hits, and all those things start cascading, and this thing becomes very complicated and difficult. And that's when his life changed. That was in 2018, he says, when Vallow and Daybell met. And Chad is there with his one wife. He's been married, had these 5 kids, and here comes Vallow, who's been married multiple times. And so this is, you know, this whole thing, he couldn't resist this. He didn't know. We have to look back at that. You examine what Chad Daybell's past was prior to that bomb being dropped, the Lori Vallow bomb being dropped. If it wasn't for that trajectory coming in and changing the path, is this where we would be going? It's not where we'd be going. The jurors heard from the relatives of the victims. Ron Douglas, Tammy Daybell's father, says, "It makes me angry and it destroys me to know Tammy was treated how she was. I find it comforting to know that Tammy is resting peacefully in Utah, buried alone and near her beloved mother." Kay Woodcock spoke about her grandson, JJ, and her step-niece, TYLEE. "I sit here today and I try to explain the immense pain that me and everyone in my family continues to endure daily. But how do I do that? I can tell you that there have been too many situations in the past few years where we were slammed with the fact that JJ won't hit another milestone. The constant question remains, what would he have become? What kind of man would he have been?" She remembered TYLEE as the most precious, blonde-haired, blue-eyed little girl, and an absolute mama's girl. She added, breaking into tears, "There's a hole in my heart, in the hearts of every member of my family that can never be filled and will remain for the rest of my life." TYLEE's aunt, Annie Cushing, remembered her walking around the house singing with the voice of an angel. TYLEE had her whole life ahead of her. She had dignity, she had dreams, she had goals, and this defendant stole all of that, Cushing said. Kelsey Douglas, Tammy's sister-in-law, told jurors that pain, fractured relationships, and unhealed wounds are all part of the aftermath of the murders. This is the legacy of anguish and sorrow that will haunt our family for generations, she said. Tammy's brother, Michael Douglas, lamented that the nightmare fodder I have been provided will last me a lifetime. It's a sad day. JJ would have been 12 years old. JJ's grandfather, Larry Woodcock, said after the verdict on Thursday. He remembered the victims and asked the same question over and over. What did they accomplish? Nothing. What did they do? They destroyed families. But the defendants could not destroy the memories relatives have of the victims. They can't take that, he said, growing emotional at one point when he heard the jury verdict in court. He said he felt like he couldn't breathe. So we are going to hear, tomorrow they're going to let that continue there. What is this about? All right, let me see where you guys even are. So where's my live? Where's my live? I have to finish listening to everyone's statement, because like I said, I was in the car all day trying hard to listen, but I had a car full of people, my kids and everything. Hold on a second. Sorry, I had to. Okay, so let me try to get on over here where you guys are. See what you guys are saying. Okay. Hey, Ruff. All right, now let's see. We all miss our beach house. Yes, we do. Now we have to wait until August for that sentencing. Oh, you're talking about the treadmill murder, yeah. Let's see what you're saying. Rosalita, I saw an interview with Brianna's dad that Chris was a bully to the whole family. I hope they all speak at the sentencing. Right, Rosalita, I'm going down a rabbit hole about him, not finding a lot, but have seen a few things. His parents have been covering for him all his life, I hear. She says, it was for you, Debbie. I saw an interview with Brianna's dad. Oh, okay. Hi, little lady. Little lady. Hi, Painted Black. Let's see. Where did you see the interview, Rosalita Marie, without naming the channel? If you can, LOL. Otherwise, send me a message or rate it on my page. Painted Black, you are blue. Comment on your page. Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sassy. Christine, hi. Let's see where you guys are. We have been calling her Ruffles Painted Black, at least on vacay. I love the name Ruffles. I need a song, your ringtone. Oh, right. Okay, let's see. Little lady. Okay, and I want to show you something. Deanna, manager of Three Monsters. had some bracelets designed to help support the legal fund. And I want to show them to you because I don't know if it's gonna. Okay. Okay. It says, be somebody's ray of, hold on a minute. There's different ones that'll show. Open. Be somebody's ray of sunshine. And then she had it say that on the other side. And then, so she had these, she did this all herself. She's a really incredible person. What a way to help. And is having 500 sent to me, which we'll be selling for $5 a piece to support, you know, our legal fund. So that was really nice. Very nice. Okay, now let me see what I heard the kids speak today and they all sound so mature, poor things. Yeah. Holly, are you here? She was here when I was on my way home. She was here. She was. Okay, I'm going to start a new Zoom because this one's going to die. So don't worry, don't get scared. I'm coming right back. And if you want to come up on panel and talk about any of the stuff from the trials, you're welcome to do that. End the other meeting now. End it. Okay. Invite. Okay. I don't know why I'm just gorilla for sale. Magilla gorilla. Okay. Oh my gosh. That baby's so big, Bucky. He looks like he's, well, he is about 4 months old, isn't he? March, April, May, June. Yeah. Oh. He looks like he's about 4 months old. He looks even bigger than that. Okay, hang on. Hello. Hi. Oh, Ruffles is here. Okay, so, and Margot, does anybody want to say anything about the, if you watched the trials or anything that you watched? It's your time to speak out. Be heard. It's your time to speak out and be heard. Okay. Is there any volume on our guests?
I'm on.
Oh, does anybody want to speak out and be heard?
I think that today was a waste of time for Chad Daybell.
It was a waste of time for Chad Daybell?
Yeah. 6 hours. I felt so bad for the grandmother and them, but the rest of it, his attorney makes me nauseous.
But they're going to be on Saturday deliberating.
I know. I can't believe it's taken this long. How long did they do it today?
What they say, 6 hours?
I thought it was 6 hours them talking.
No, they said deliberation, I thought.
Yeah, they were deliberating on the sentence for 6 hours today.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See, but that whole thing with the people speaking out, the grandmother, I just boo-hooed.
I felt sorry for Colby, his entire family, and to know that he was born from such an evil woman. Bless his heart.
I know, right? He's done with his mama.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, lovely lyrics. How much detail Donna gave about the bodies. What?
They should have already come up with a verdict. Sorry.
I didn't think it would take that long. I really didn't.
I didn't either. That's what I said. 6 hours, that was a waste of a day. I think he's going to get life. I don't see him getting the death penalty.
I think that's what they're struggling with.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
They need me on the jury.
Me too.
I was looking for you, Holly.
I need to be on it.
I do too.
We wouldn't have
I
bossed
got
it
it.
down before I
There's
said
a bridge.
over.
Yeah. And I want to say I love the bracelets that Deanna fashioned. I think they're wonderful.
Oh, they're
Great
beautiful.
idea.
It
Yeah.
was. That was so sweet of her. Very kind.
Oh, yeah.
Real.
Very grateful.
Death penalty jury. Deliberate longer. Hi, Juanita. Lovely lyrics. And Rosalita says, besides evil, there is something so dirty about Chad Daybell. He makes me cringe.
Me too.
Yeah.
I did not see what she saw in him. I really can't understand it.
He looks like a thumb. I mean, who
He
cares?
just sat there with no emotion, like, come on.
Looked like a Lupa Lupa.
And Oompa Loompa?
I kept
Yeah.
zooming in, even though it's not, when you use, my phone, I didn't use the TV today, but, because other reasons, but anyway, I kept zooming in just on him during impact statements, taking my screen, he just was, he's evil, that's all I can say. He showed no emotion, and the fact that he didn't even have any apology whatsoever. I mean, look at Ruby Frankie. She at least made an apology. And even though Jody didn't want to give one, she gave a halfway, at least sorry, but he said nothing.
Oh, he don't think he did anything wrong.
Well, I thought he was found guilty already, and we're just waiting on sentencing. What, Scooter? Yeah, he was found guilty, but they have to decide whether they're going to sentence him to death or life.
Life in prison with no parole.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're going to say.
So
I don't know if there's going to be enough of them that can do the death penalty. But aren't they warned before
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they agree that they can make that decision, it shouldn't be hard on them.
To me, it shouldn't.
Me either.
I mean, I say that, but I've never. Y'all all know that I'm always joking about, doing something I never would, but I don't know how I would feel in that moment. If I had to decide.
They had to look at all the autopsy photos. They had to listen to everything.
Yeah.
How can they not? Okay, so they're saying he wasn't there. Okay, he was there when Tammy died. I know. I think I know anyway.
Me too.
But he knew those kids were on his land. He knew that TYLEE was there in the bonfire because he was throwing limbs and stuff on it. He told his wife. He had a raccoon there or something.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would lock him up with rabid raccoons. That would make my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the punishment should be like the crime.
Something sounds like it's underwater. Does
Me?
anybody hear that?
No.
Okay.
I don't either.
All right.
Yeah, Carol, we was worried about you.
Yeah, well,
Make it more.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And guess what? Remember when I told you about my lights in the rental, right? They weren't on. What I had was that's why. Good thing that I pulled over. I must have had just fog lights on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
Hmm.
No, and at least I know now where they are on this van. And that was interesting.
He'll be in protective custody, Juanita. That's the sad part, I'm afraid.
They'll probably send him where Watts is at.
Yeah.
And see, well, I'm not an expert, but I do watch the jail community and ex-prisoners, and I know the East Coast, they keep their stuff pretty locked down, so it's not as easy to get out. Like he was more down here in Alabama. The Chomo stuff, no, he's not guilty of that, but child killing and women, that will get you.
Contract on your life.
Correct. No, it's a matter of you ain't walking the yard ever. That's a big deal in prison too. And if you're too scared to walk the yard, you're in that cell 24/7. But who got Epstein's, Juanita?
Back to the chat here. Maybe Chris and Chad. Oh, he's not going to be anywhere with Chad Daybell. Chris Watts and Chad Daybell.
Well, that prison, they send them, for people that are high risk.
Yeah, but Chad Daybell's not going where Chris Watts is, though.
Oh, lovely.
You never know.
No.
Maybe Chris and Chad can have a love
He's not going to go there.
I'm sorry, but it was a good one. It's a sad day. I need to laugh.
He's not going to go there.
Well, he's in Idaho, right?
Yeah.
Chris is in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I know, but Chris was in Colorado, and they sent him there, so he has a chance. He could go there.
He could.
What's the name of that prison? I can't remember it.
Dodge Correctional Facility.
Dodge, yeah. I bet they do.
No, I don't think so.
I hope he lives a miserable life.
I don't think they're sending him there.
Oh, Caroline, say you think there's a little chance.
And if
Oh.
he's sentenced to death, he's not going to go there either.
Well, yeah.
I don't think they'll do, I don't think they're gonna come back with the death penalty. It's taken too long.
I think so too.
I think when you go through a trial, I did one, you know what you're gonna do before it even ends. Because when you, in your head, see enough evidence to convince yourself, you know, everything else they say is just going in one ear and out the other. I think what's
My
gonna
heart
stop.
just went out to everybody. Tammy's family. It was. Oh, and I love.
Yeah, but I
her
mean, there
sister's
was
comeback.
everybody was at the
How
same
about the
time.
comeback, Carolyn, from her sister, bringing up about her being middle aged and
Yeah, yeah.
she
and
wasn't over. I was proud of her for throwing
Yeah, I
that
saw
in there.
that. Yeah, I heard
The
that.
McDonald's thing has always griped me to the end because he was humongous when he first met Lori. He don't even talk about anybody's size at any point in life.
Who said the McDonald's thing?
Misha,
Chad, that was supposed to have been her last meal. Was a quarter pounder, so it's a big. And but there was in her autopsy, there was no food in her stomach.
Mm.
he can't flip through or say innocent when they were on his land.
No.
He knew they were there. And he was there when Tammy passed away, so I think Alex was there too. He may not have done it himself, but he was there. Because Alex was right down the street from their house. That's where his phone pinged right before she was killed. No, I put him out, remember?
I
Because she
can't
liked,
help it. What do you? I wonder how many of you think that? I feel like Chad may have killed Tammy, but he let
Yeah.
Alex do the rest
Well-
of the dirty work.
I don't think Chad has it in him.
You don't?
He's too much of a wuss.
With those lovely hands, he should have been a Palm Olive commercial maker. Those hands are creepy.
But what about his kids that just disown them, like the other part of the family, and they just believe their father? I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's so strange.
Emma needs a wake up call is all I gotta tell her.
It's strange.
I'd like to hear from them and what they really think happened.
Well, I think they've said it. They don't believe he's guilty. They just think that their mother was sickly, is what they said, and she wasn't a well woman.
But they have to have something in the back of their head, you know.
Chad wouldn't get his own hands dirty, and he's a big
Nope,
coward.
he wouldn't. He had Alex do it. Did they find any drugs in her other than what she was on Prozac, wasn't she?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It was
They have not.
asphyxiation.
She
The
was.
cause of death was asphyxiation.
I know, but he could have drugged her, and then Alex came in and killed her. Because I doubt she was awake when he was in the room.
Ooh, or what if she thought it was Chad getting into bed and it was Alex?
They all got too upset when they exhumed her body.
Yeah.
And that's when Alex told his wife that thought he was going to be the scapegoat.
All I got to say is Alex needed to
Oh, we
move
know
away
where
from under
we know
his
where he's
sister.
at. Yep,
He
but we
needed to
know
move
where.
away from his sister years ago and get out from under whatever weird, wonky relationship they had. and
Oh
he's
yeah,
still
but
be
yeah,
alive.
but it wasn't that weird and wonky that then he was killed. Yeah, it was weird and wonky for him, but I don't think it was. I think she just used him. I don't think she cared about anybody because she was a
Yeah, she was
narcissist.
a narcissist.
Yeah, she didn't care about anybody. When your purpose was served and you had no more purpose for her, you're gone. She can make you disappear. It sounds like
Oh, yes,
Mommy
she has
Dearest.
power.
If Mommy
And
doesn't
she
like
still
you,
believes all
she can
this.
make you disappear.
Yeah, she believes all this still. She's still supporting Chad. I wonder if she got to watch any of the trial.
Yeah, I don't know.
To see how
Yeah,
his
Mommy
attorney
doesn't like
threw
you.
her under the bus.
yeah, he
She can
did
make
there.
you
And you know
disappear.
what was the point of that? That was not, the case is already, the decision's already made. This was about, victims, the victims getting to speak and the jury to
Well, if
hear
you
that.
watched Michelle Troconis and you saw how many people came out to speak for Michelle Troconis, it was unbelievable. Crazy.
Yeah, but Pryor got up there and started trying to say it was all Lori's fault. The trial's over. That's not part of your, how about you show some humility? I mean, that to me makes Pryor look bad.
I'm telling you, I can't.
I mean, he's already convicted. That we know he's convicted.
Chris Reed.
He spent a lot of his time objecting to stuff that was so stupid.
He's,
And I get the time when that happened. What was the other thing he always said? Foundation.
What are you doing?
Like he was just trying to take the attention of the jurors away, you know. I just don't like him. And now he has the house.
yeah, he's bad. Be by him. She's gonna have to get out.
I wonder if they're paying rent to him.
I doubt it. I don't know.
Nobody's going to want to buy that place. I wouldn't.
It's got that
Nah.
big cemetery. Who knows what else is buried there?
Oh, that's scary, Karen.
Well.
They should take that part of the land and make a little memorial for him, or a little park, or
The Woodcocks do have, I don't know where they have it located. Do you know, Caroline, where they have that bench
Memorial
and fence with TYLEE and JJ?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I think they just may have it temporarily around the
I don't know.
property.
so isn't Lori still facing charges of murder for her husband,
Tammy
Charles?
had been awake and conscious, she would have fought for her life. And if
I
anyone
agree.
else was in the house, they would have heard it.
Not necessarily. Depends on how far away their rooms were.
Yeah.
If he drugged her, and he could have snuck Alex in. It's just not a coincidence that Alex was right down from their house that night. That's where his phone pinged.
I would also like that if Garth ever comes to light, we know where when they took the 911 call and said, we found her frozen, then Chad snatched the phone. He meant like, he said frozen, then like stiff. There's people that says, which is it? just like his daughter said, she'd never seen her daddy so broken until he watched his mother die. What is that? I mean, I still have questions.
Yeah, how did he watch it?
If he was nowhere around.
That's what I'm saying. I think those kids, something in the back of their minds, they know what happened.
Why would you do that to your children? That will, I mean, oh my.
Yeah, he went and got them.
That's the bomb,
right?
you know, according to John Pryor, it's the bomb. Lori's the bomb.
No, it's got to be orange, Kool-Aid orange, girl. Just go get your back orange Kool-Aid and smear it on top of that lipstick. And show up live. It'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought Carolyn on mine, it cut the screen off.
I can't believe that all three of them were and sick, homicidal. Well, yeah, and who was saying that they believe Zulema is telling the truth?
I did. I
Oh,
think
you
she's
did.
the only one. I'm the only one, I think. She's the only one, I think, told the truth.
Okay.
You don't think she did?
I don't know. I mean, what did she, I'm trying to remember her interview. And, I mean,
She told him everything that Alex, the little things that he would say to her, and then told her about where the money was, if anything happened, and
that Alex died of natural causes.
she told him about what was it called, the Gathering of Seven or something. Yeah. Gibbs and what was her niece's name?
Melanie.
Melanie. They said they
Melanies.
didn't know anything about that, but yet his attorney had emails.
Right, but I have a
About-
hard time believing that Alex died of natural causes, even though it says that they did. I cannot believe that.
Believe what?
That Alex died of natural causes.
Oh, I don't either. I think they
I don't either. I don't either.
I think they poisoned him. He was the loose cannon.
Or Lori guilted him into doing something.
Oh, I don't think no. He wouldn't have took his own life, but unless he may have known that, because they called him the day that they exhumed his wife's body, and it was right after that he passed away.
No, he knew Tammy's body was going to be exhumed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They called and told him that they were exhuming her body, and that's when he
Right.
said, "I think I'm going to be their scapegoat."
Mm-hmm.
But he swore to his wife he didn't know anything about any of that. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Wasn't his fingerprints found on the tape or something?
Well, his phone pinged, and he had JJ. Look what he did to Charles VALLOW.
Right.
Yeah. That was a setup. But how could he do what he did to those kids? I mean, he watched them grow up.
Yeah, they don't care.
Didn't
You
Lori
really
say
don't,
that?
nobody hears that underwater stuff.
I do.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
It's the sewing machine.
Oops.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes, hooray,
Oh.
Sharon sewing.
Sounds like she's underwater, so.
I have a lot of help.
Raindrops really giving her a hard time.
Yeah.
Sounds like a toilet.
Well, Alex's wife couldn't have done anything because she was at work.
No.
Her son was there.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I cannot.
No. Be good.
If
Be good.
if he was anywhere near Chad and Lori, They gave him something. I heard
The
someone
blessings.
just got back from Mexico. Was that right?
Who?
He had, Alex had just took a trip to Mexico and had just got back. Was that true?
I think, was that, but didn't he just get married to Zulema?
Yeah, they
Just
just,
married
yeah,
her, but he had went to Mexico and came back, and that right after that's when he died.
Yeah.
What did he go to Mexico for?
I don't know.
He didn't have a job. He quit his job.
Did they go on their honeymoon?
No, they were in Vegas. He had went
That
to
was their
Mexico.
honeymoon.
I thought he went to Mexico by himself.
No,
If not, if she went with him, his wife could have done that. His wife could have killed him.
naughty girl.
If you think she's involved in it or knew,
Well,
I think
I
they
don't-
all
I
knew
don't-
more
I
than
don't-
they told
I'm not
about
saying
the
that.
cult.
I didn't say she's involved. I don't know.
Did Melanie Gibbs testify at this time?
Mm-hmm.
I got to go find it because I missed it. Was she any
Yeah,
good?
she did, and so did her husband. I think he's her husband now, David.
Yeah, they got married, David.
Yeah.
But I don't think they lived together. Then when she did that last police interview, didn't she say he lived in one state, she lived in another because of the kids or something?
I don't. Yeah, I can't even keep up. I don't know. I mean,
I lost all respect for her as the fact that she is a mother herself and she said nothing. Another case, it's all of this one person could have said something.
right. I agree with that.
If they knew what they had planned.
She was part of the 7 inner circle, so go watch her interview, girl.
I've watched both of them.
Oh, I don't.
I don't know. I just think that what do they? Does she still do a podcast with her husband?
Oh, she got married again?
Yeah, I'm talking about Melanie.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched that I didn't hear a podcast, but I seen the interview they did.
Yeah, I saw the interview too. But I could have sworn they were talking about pressing charges against her for the attempted murder on her ex-husband.
No, now you're thinking of Melanie Pawlowski. That's two different Melanies.
Yeah, not Melanie Gibbs. I'm talking about her niece,
Oh,
Laura's niece. I could have swore she was going to be charged with that.
I didn't
Because there
hear
were
that.
text messages between her and Lori that kind of insinuated it.
I don't know. I didn't hear that. Did anybody else hear that?
Must have dreamed it.
You didn't remember. I'm trying to type something to lovely lyrics. And I can't think and type.
I'm trying to remember that part.
You're a bad cat. No. Worst.
I know Alex is the one that shot at him, but I think she knew about it, her and Lori, because Lori told Alex to go do it. And what was the holds he had over him? That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird, but I don't know. Kind of weird, freaky. And then she said that other brother was trying to kill her. And yet she had not one brother that was so close. He was her protector.
Well, psychologists, no names calling, described Lori and Alex's relationship as emotional. The I word
Oh,
between siblings instead of, anything physical.
yeah.
And so he would do anything to Ace because he held her up to such standards. Look at his first wife. She says he always talked about how beautiful Lori is. I mean, girl, if you tell me how beautiful
And that sounds a little more than emotional to me.
Yeah.
If you're telling my wife that your sister's so beautiful, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to get a divorce now. You got problems.
That's what caused him to get a divorce.
Well,
Didn't her cousin, the one girl cousin, say that?
well,
She
there's
was
a difference
very
in
younger.
saying how somebody's beautiful. I mean, if somebody says, "Oh, my sister's beautiful girl," that's different than, "Oh, my sister's so beautiful." You know?
And they would do inappropriate things.
You know what I mean? Paint it black. If your partner said to you, "Oh, yeah, wait till you meet my sister. She's a very pretty girl." That's not going to bother you. But if he's like lamenting over,
No, if we're in the middle of an intimate moment and they start talking about how gorgeous.
oh, well, is that who said that?
It's in some letters.
Oh, really?
Well, I know his ex-wife said that was what caused the divorce.
Oh,
Was the relationship with.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
She thought they would do inappropriate things in front of people, but did her cousin say that Lori's dad did inappropriate things, or was it her dad, his brother, that did?
The dad.
The dad. Okay.
The dad's a super freak too. I mean, like, boy, we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that Lori was going out when she was like 13, 14, where
Wow.
lived because she wasn't allowed to do any of that. Her dad was real strict or something.
right.
But she would sneak out.
Oh, Ruff, do you remember the part where they were talking about how Alex would pick her up and simulate?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They would do inappropriate things with each other.
Right.
Alex would pick Lori up.
Yeah,
And simulate.
Oh,
In
come
front
on,
of their
where?
parents.
In front of people?
Yes,
Front of
and
their
they-
even in front of their parents.
Why would they be doing that?
Well, honey, war, I don't know. It just makes me sick.
Oh, come on.
That's what her cousin said too. That
A bunch of people.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. That is very, very different than
Emotional.
no, than even somebody saying like my brother's a good looking guy or my sister's a good looking girl.
It was more than good. He thought she was hot.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it's yeah.
It was a sick relationship, no matter how you look at it.
I have first cousins and
Not
I
normal.
two like brothers. None of them is ever gonna not that I'm, but not even back in the best of days would they have ever said that.
I knew a brother and sister that were a little bit
Oh God.
well, and people said like, oh no, they're just really, really close.
Oh man.
No, really. I mean, they were like, I'm like, okay.
But would he pick her up and do that in front of people?
No, not that. No, but they were very, 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 very close. Very, very close.
Well,
I am
think
very,
people-
very, very close to my brother, but I mean, I would not do that.
I'm just gonna say this, yeah. It's a lot more goes on than you know. For a fact, I know personally a brother and sister that have a child.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
And
Like
the
flowers in the
sister's
attic.
Yeah.
And from, I'll just say, it's in the family of the sicko.
What, baby?
And they were all the grandfathers, all of the brothers were molesters.
Mm. What that guy that does the diving and finds the cars and bodies of stuff? He did that with his first cousin.
Well, I don't know. We don't know. Do we know? I don't want to say that because I don't know that we know that. I don't know if that's.
we don't like
He got arrested for
I know.
it.
I don't know, but I don't. I really don't know. But we got to be careful what we say. Remember?
Right.
Well, I'm just saying what he's been charged with.
Yeah.
That was
I don't
the-
even remember. I mean, something, but I don't know whatever became of that.
It's still ongoing.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Because they have an email or something that he wrote to her recently, and that's what, after all these years, finally put the nail in his coffin.
I don't know. Isn't he still going strong on YouTube?
No. Everybody left him.
Okay. I don't know.
He might still have a channel, but he's by himself because everybody walked out.
I don't know. I don't really follow.
His name's Jared, but I can't think of what his last name is. Was it something with purpose, the name of the
Yeah.
company?
Yeah, I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that.
Hey, Carolyn,
Yeah.
something I wanted to look up, but with the dizzy, I've not yet. I'm having problems with the nitrous oxide as execution. They said they did, after multiple attempts, they finally executed the guy today in Alabama. And
No, that was today. That was I thought that was a while ago.
well, I was at it in the days. There was a new man. And
Another
I-
one? Because I
Yeah,
thought, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Granny Ivy's getting ready to just. I hope you're listening, Granny Ivy.
I don't even know who that is.
Be a rambler. I'm gonna send one to the Capitol to mass invite the governor to be a rambler.
The governor? Yeah.
Alabama governor.
Yeah, sure.
Granny needs an education, okay, girl?
All right. I don't know who Granny is. I love the lyrics. Okay, I don't know. Tomorrow we're going to have an auction at some point. I have a lot of really cool.
You got a lot of stuff today, didn't you?
I have a lot of really cool stuff coming up. Lots of really
Tomorrow?
cool. Tomorrow.
Have you heard from Abby?
Well, I haven't been home today, so I haven't heard. I haven't even checked my mail from anybody.
Yeah, I haven't heard from her.
She's probably busy with the kills. She was at the auction on the last auction we had, which was Wednesday.
Yeah, but she's been in a lot of pain. I swear.
Oh, I
think
know,
she
with her-
cracked a rib.
with her fall. I think I saw her again last night. I think I'm gonna do my word cookies. I'm just painting roses. That's what I do. I love painting roses. I just paint roses all the time. Okay.
That's what I draw all the time.
All right, let me put the word cookie daily up here and see what happens.
I'm sleepy. What time?
Me
Oh,
too. I'm
it's
getting
2 o'clock.
sleepy too. Getting sleepy.
I'm hard.
Getting sleepy. I still haven't had that soft serve ice cream that I've been looking for. Okay. Yay.
All right, everybody. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Good night, Ruff.
I can go to sleep. I might be later to come in, but
All right.
night. I might
Night,
come in later
Ruffles.
if I can't fall asleep.
Okay.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you. I can't believe it's June 1st. My birthday's coming up. Oh my gosh.
I'll just reverse the numbers.
No, that would make me older.
Oh, okay. Well, backtrack. Start going backwards.
It's not my age I'm not worried about, even though some stupid person says I'm not the age I am. But, yeah.
We don't care about them.
No, I don't, but I heard
You-
that
I'm telling
I'm
you,
not the age I
I have
am, and
met-
anybody else can
I
check
have
it up.
met you in person. You have flawless skin. You have no wrinkles. Your skin is just like it looks right now. It's what's the word I'm looking for, people?
Porcelain.
Porcelain. And she's got the biggest eyes. That's what freaked me out when I met her. I'm like, oh my God, your eyes are huge. She's got beautiful doe eyes.
Thank you. And Ruff is
Really?
very pretty too.
Now back those lashes, Carolyn, because you can't
Yeah, I
compliment the mean.
What
She's
happened?
got beautiful eyelashes.
I said back those eyelashes.
Oh.
We're giving you compliments we mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying it just to say I told you
Oh, I
did.
know. I know you did. I know you did.
She's taller than I expected and she's beautiful. I'm telling you, there's not one wrinkle on this woman's face. None around the eyes, no bags, nothing. No little crow's feet.
None.
So hold on to that.
That's
We all
genetics.
do that.
Yeah, that's the genetics. Yeah, my mother was the same. Even my grandfather, 101 and a half, and he had very few wrinkles.
You were blessed.
Yeah.
And the eyeliner that looks like she's got on eyeliner, it's not. It's her lashes.
I know they always say that she's all lying.
No, she's not.
You
I
freaking liar.
I was there. I can verify. I can testify. My hand on the Bible.
But you've got to come next year, paint it black.
Honey,
We had so much fun. You got to go.
no, I'm going.
It was awesome.
I agree, paint it black, you and Christy and Dina.
Oh, yeah, Dina and Chris Ree, all y'all need to come.
Yeah.
Lacey.
Where is my? I ain't seen my fellow flat. She's been with her grandkids though.
And we'll get
Oh,
a house
Dana.
with an elevator this time. That was the only bad thing, but it was nothing to ruin the trip because it was just nothing. We managed. But yeah, it was so much fun.
Oh, reef.
I've never laughed so hard.
I didn't want to leave.
I know, I want to go. I'm not unpacked yet. My suitcases are still packed.
I almost went back tonight. Got on 81 South instead of 81 North and said, I'll go.
Oh, you would have followed me. I said earlier, I wish I could win the lottery and we would just buy that house and
I know,
remodel
any
it.
house, right? Yeah. Yeah, and just have
Put a
it
front
whenever
porch on
we
it.
feel like going.
Yeah, put a front porch on it and then that would make a,
Put a front
better.
door on it too.
Yeah, gotta have a front door to porch, but put a better, area to go to the beach, maybe have a little go-kart, that'll take us down there and, yeah, I have all
Zip
kind of
line.
plans, but I gotta win the lottery.
I know, but if
You
one
do
of
the Georgia lottery, Ruth, and I'll do, since Alabama's passed the lottery, when it starts here, I'll start playing the lottery.
Yes, ma'am, when we win, we're gonna own a beach house, it's gonna be called you know how they name them, Carolyn? It's
Yeah.
gonna be the Ramblers.
right.
It's gonna be the name of the house, the
And
Ramblers.
remember, I'm working on the song.
Oh, yeah. Taking you a long time.
How long does
No,
that
I'm not. I've only just came up with it yesterday. You missed it, Ruff. Tried to sing it to everybody. Like, it's gonna be to the tune of Blake Shelton's Boys Around Here, but this is Girls Around Here. I already got what we're gonna be talking about. Remember, I told you, Carolyn, and instead of chew tobacco, it's gonna be kumbaya, kumbaya.
Oh, Kumbacha. Uh-huh.
Kumbaya, kumbaya. Wait, yeah. It's girls around here talking about chin hair. I've got started, honey. I am. I'm working on it every day.
All right,
It's gonna-
I'm gonna go. I will talk to you
Okay.
guys later. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Good night.
Night,
Love you.
love you, love.
Bye.
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 We dream.
Where's Margot? And help me with this puzzle.
She's what's here?
Margot, where are you? I need some help with the puzzle.
I can't
Refers
see the puzzle.
I
when I'm
have
on this.
refers.
with
And
an
I have
S on the
refer,
end.
and I have and I have peers, and I have peer. Do I have peer? Yeah, peer, free, seer, seep, reef. Did I put reefs? Reefs.
Refer.
I have refer.
ERRS is the first word. I finished my puzzle already.
Oh. Okay.
Cheater, red bug eater.
Yep.
Mm.
Do you have the big word at the top, Doug? I'm just
Oh,
behind.
Al prefers. You got it.
Yeah, prefers.
Prefer. IME.
And prefers there.
I got that now.
And surf, SERF is one.
Okay, and I just need one more after surf.
Which one do you need?
Wait a minute. Let me see.
Freer?
Freer?
Yeah.
Hold on. Yay. Okay, there we go. Hi, Brenda. Long time no see. How are you doing? Brenda. But you're not going to miss the auction tomorrow if you like Disney stuff and jewelry and all that good stuff. Anyway, I think I'm going to go to bed because it's been a long day. I've been going all day. So, love you guys. God bless. Prayers. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good time. And it's good sleep. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Okay.